With the very end of Star Wars The Last Jedi delivering the death of Luke Skywalker, it leaves a lot of fans, including myself, wondering about the future of Luke in the Star Wars franchise, and whether or not we will be getting that Force Ghost in Star Wars Episode 9. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, in case you guys didn't hear it, a couple of days ago, Mark Hamill, Rian Johnson, and Ram Bergman, the producer, all participated in an interview with Fandango, and toward the very end of that interview, Mark Hamill briefly went over Luke's Force Ghost. And just recently, additionally, Mark Hamill responded again about Luke's Force Ghost on GMA. It's a big question right now on Luke's return in any way, shape, or form in Episode 9, and this is what Mark Hamill had to say once again about Luke's Force Ghost. He states, "Well, I thought if he's a Force Ghost, I'd love to see him used in a way that hasn't been done before. I mean, let's use the word ghost. That implies that it's frightening. What if he, even in some other form, I think it'd be funny. Well, I don't want to give it away. I do have ideas. Most of them are so terrible that they don't consider them at all. But like I say, I don't know if I am going to be back. One of the things that really informs this movie is that line, forget the past, kill it if you have to. And so far, they're doing a really great job." So in the very beginning of that statement, there is one big word there that really piques my interest when it comes through Mark Hamill's mind, and it actually is frightening. So we all know that Mark Hamill loves to play a lot of villains out there, some funny, some ones that we are very much familiar with as well, such as the Joker in the Batman animated series. And looking at the Force Ghost of Luke Skywalker being a frightening figure, which we do know that Mark Hamill, many years ago, actually wanted to see a dark side version of Luke Skywalker. So how amazing would it be if we got this element of Luke Skywalker in some way, shape, or form tormenting his nephew Kylo Ren, essentially haunting him. Now, this was somewhat teased at the very end of The Last Jedi, where he says, "Strike me down in anger and I'll always be with you, just like your father. And lastly, see you around, kid." Luke Skywalker's last line of dialogue in the movie. So see you around, kid, to me, it came to me as a hint that Luke would be back in some way, shape, or form for Episode 9. But according to Mark Hamill, he doesn't even know if he's going to return. Now, they could do something around the lines of this, and this is where, my bad gut feelings are coming into play when it comes to Disney and Episode 9, is that I just hope that they don't tease the Force Ghost of Luke Skywalker, where perhaps maybe during principal photography we hear nothing about Mark Hamill being on set. Now, that won't essentially mean that he's not returning as a Force Ghost. They could very well tease his Force Ghost in Episode 9, where Mark Hamill would only do voiceover work, where you would only hear his voice and not see a visual Force Ghost of Luke Skywalker. And honestly, I can see Disney doing that in Episode 9. Would I want that? No. I would most certainly love to see Luke Skywalker as a Force Ghost over them just using Mark Hamill's voice. So, if you don't hear any news about Mark Hamill being on set from the very end of July till whenever they end principal photography, most likely into December of 2018, I believe that that could very well be an open possibility for Mark Hamill just stepping in during post-production, doing a lot of voiceover work as a Force Ghost. That's, the last option. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.